People, deluded. Arsenal and Crystal Palace have just drawn 1-1. Yeah, man. Palace fans are laughing at Arsenal, obviously on a banter team, because they've taken 4 points from us. I mean, they've got our number, and I'm never confident playing Crystal Palace, definitely at Selhurst Park. And it's a mixed game. On reflection, both teams deserved a point. We had a decent first half. Palace needed the tail end to that half to wake up. Committed performance in the second. Obviously, with the red card and whatnot, Arsenal fans, it was decent to take a point. Now, it was a lovely 18-19 pass move for Arsenal's goal. But personally, looking back, what was our only shot on target of note? I'm not saying statistically because we hit the target, but that was our only real opportunity. Fantastic move from everybody involved, especially you can't underestimate Aubameyang's control and finish, and Lacazette's role and Ozil's role and the rest of it, Luis. But we didn't really test their keeper. We didn't really smell blood when whatever game plan they had, it wasn't working in the first half. They were very slow and whatnot. We didn't capitalise on that and go 2-3 plus up, so that their goal's only a consolation. So there are things we can work on. I think we managed the game a bit better by Arsenal standards, being 10 men down. I'll give us credit for that, but it is what it is. And it was really a flat and scrappy game on a large part. It weren't really the most exciting games for the neutral fans, but saying that, we might as well review the players' ratings, people, if I can find them. In fact, like a waste man, I've written them all out and I can see them on my bed, but I cannot see them enough to write them down, people. So if you give me a second, I'll bring up the Arsenal team sheet, apologies. And we'll do it the old school way. Now, should we look at the stats quick? Now, Palace had 6 shots, we had 7. They had 3 on target, we had 4. Passes, we had over 100 odd more than them. They're the only things of significance. We made 21 fouls to their 14. Passing accuracy, 78%. They had 70. Obviously, they were ahead of us going into the game. It was a 9th versus 10th clash, and they remain in 9th place. We remain 10th with 28. So yeah, in relation to the player ratings, let's go with Leno. I'll give Leno a 6. He didn't really have nothing to do. I'm not going to lie. No, I don't think he could have done anything better about the goal. It's a deflection. I have to watch the goal again. I won't lie. There was one, I can't remember who shot from a Palace perspective, but I know you'll remember he fumbled it, and that's what kind of has me on edge with Leno. You lot know me, I wasn't Leno's biggest fan when he came to the club. I'm still not necessarily his biggest fan, but I'm definitely a bigger fan than I was, and I'm a fair person. He's a quality keeper, but these are the sort of things that lead me on edge. And obviously, Leno deserves... I'm not saying to sell Leno or anything, but similar to potentially Hector Bellerin at right back, if our team, like the spine of the team and everything we call for was all in the right place and we wasn't where we are as a club, I'd potentially be looking at the goalkeeping and right back situations to see what can be done there. But I like Leno. He's definitely one of the best keepers in the league, regardless. I mean, I don't really... A keeper of a top 6 club really shouldn't have to be there for shots faced, but you get my point. There wasn't Leno could do for the first goal. His ball playing was decent. I couldn't ask Leno for much more today, so he gets a 6. Didn't really have much to face his way either. Maitland-Niles, I'll give Maitland-Niles a 7, you know. There were some nervy moments from him, as you do with Maitland-Niles, but yeah, man, I'm a fan of Maitland-Niles. I think he did well today. Kind of shut down Zaha. Zaha didn't really do anything of note today, and that was probably one area potentially Arsenal fans were looking at of concern. I think he did quite well against Zaha, and he's been playing quite well in that right back position. And there's still a long way to go, and there's obviously improvements he can make, but I feel he was decent today. I give a 7. I'll give a 7 to Kolasinac as well, even potentially an 8, because I think he did well today, even in a defensive aspect as well, people. I think he really, really did well. Do you know, I'll give Kolasinac an 8, you know. Nah, 7. Let's say 7. Let's not go overboard. I'll give him a 7. I'll give Socrates and Luis 7s, you know. Now, I know it deflected off Luis, but I feel Luis done well defensively today, and I think he did well with his ball playing, especially into the left-hand channel, people. Like you saw consistently, that looked like that was where our goal was going to come from all game, that diagonal ball, or that ball into the channels for either Kolasinac or Aubameyang. So I feel Luis and Socrates were quality today. We let ourselves down collectively as a team for the goal they obviously scored. But I feel them two were good today, so I'll give them both 7s. Torreira gets a 7 for being involved as well. Do you know, a 7. I'll give Torreira and Xhaka 6s. I feel they were both good today, but 7's a bit overdoing it. I give Pepe a 5. I feel Pepe was calm today, but could have saw a bit more. I feel the commitment levels were there. He posed a relatively decent threat to the opposition. You're just waiting on a bit more. Unlucky to hit the post today as well, but you're waiting on a bit more from Pepe. Ozil, it should be a 4, but for being involved in that goal, I give him a 5. It potentially should be a 4. He covered distance, he got on the ball, but he tried to get onto the ball, but it was one of them games. He didn't see much from Ozil. When he went down to 10 men, he was the guy, in my opinion, to go off, and rightly so. Didn't see too much from him. So I give, do you know what? Like I said, I gave Pepe and Ozil 5s. I give Lacazette a 5. He got an assist. He worked hard today, but similar to Pepe, looking for a bit more from Lacazette. I don't know. Obviously, it's his confidence, and he might, these 3 games allegedly that Aubameyang is missing because of the suspension now, it might be the games to get Lacazette back in to fitness and whatnot, because we're going to have to roll, full confidence, because we're going to have to roll with him until Aubameyang's back in some capacity. If we go based on the substitutions and play devil's advocate and think of the future of this club, Lacazette and Aubameyang haven't got too many years left in them. Lacazette's 29, Aubameyang's in his 30s. Martinelli might be the striker, Nelson on the left, Pepe on the right, or some variation of that in the next few games, people, because Martinelli's clearly someone for the future. Nelson is, because Arteta's got faith in him, and we've spent 70-odd million on Pepe. You have to get something out of him. I also feel Pepe played well, and I like the feistiness he has, man. That little, when he's getting in handbags and whatnot. But I give him a 5, I give Ozil a 5, I give Lacazette a 5. I don't know, man. From a technical point, the hold-up play, now he brings people in. You see what he was doing with Aubameyang, where he set up Aubameyang. That was great. But there was a couple of times, especially when Martinelli came on, the ball weren't sticking with him, or he's controlling it well, but the layoff pass weren't quite there. He's not playing with the sharpness and added quality Lacazette we've come accustomed to having him with. And this is probably the lowest, not in terms of goals, but just how he's playing technically. I've seen him, because he's still playing well. He weren't appalling, but he's normally one of the most polished in terms of technical quality at this club. How he passes it to you, it's always a prestige pass, and I think he did well today. I think he'll be scapegoated by fans, but I think he did well. Should have done better, but by no means had a poor game, but wanting more. Aubameyang scored, so I give him a 7. I feel he worked his socks off. He was committed. He scored. Obviously, he got the red card. It's an L. Listen, I don't think he tried to hurt him, but it is a reckless challenge. You just got to look at the location of it on reflection of where he plants his foot on the opposition. He's got no complaints. He has to get sent off, and obviously you could say he should be smarter than that and not be as excited as that tackle kind of shows, and rightly so, but I'm going to give him a 7. Martinelli, I feel when Martinelli came on, he looked decent, so while I don't necessarily feel I give a rating, I'd give him a 6 if I could. Guendouzi, I give him a 5. I think he was okay when he came on for the 45 minutes. He was on. Nelson obviously did not play long enough to really get a significant rating. I don't feel I'm missing anyone else out, but if I am, then you know it's not an issue, people, and please forgive me. Guys, Deluded, I'm out.